Hello everyone, welcome to the broiler production demonstration class. Today is day 7 in our demonstration class. Our birds are 1 week old today. Look at our beautiful birds. We brought them very tiny, but today is 1 week, 10 of them, zero mortality so far. 1 week old broilers today. So today I'll be taking you through a brief process. 7 days of age is a milestone. At milestone days, we have certain practices we'll carry out. So I'll be showing you the practices you need to carry out when your birds are 7 days old. These practices will first of all show you if your brooding has been good so far. If your brooding has not been good, this is the right time to correct it. I'll take you through those processes very briefly. But before I do that, let me show you something. I want to show you how you can differentiate between male and female broilers at week 1. All right. So I will pick two birds, male and female, and show you the difference. Look at the bottom of these two birds. Can you see this? Look at this. This bird has tail feathers covering the vent. This one has none. These tail feathers are far more matured and grown than this bird. So this one has just tiny hairs, but this has way mature feathers. Look at the difference. Can you see the difference? So these ones with feathers here covering the vent is female. The male have no grown feathers covering the vent, while the female will have that at week 1. So this will show you clearly that this is female, this is male. If you look at the sizes again, let me drop them so you can see. You'll find almost immediately that the male is way bigger than the female in body size. It seems to have more weight and it seems to be heavier than the female. So males will usually grow bigger than female. Males grow bigger than females, and then they have no feather covering their tail, while the female will have grown feather, longer feather, more matured feathers covering the vent. So at week 1, you can do your differentiation very easily. Now, we will look at a few other things you should do when your birds get to week 1. Let me show you this very briefly. Immediately you enter your pen in the morning, the day your birds clock week 1, evaluate the space. Do they look like they are clustered in that place already? Does it look like that space is becoming too small? If it begins to look like the space is becoming too small, immediately note that you have to increase space, because at week 1, the birds begin to grow rapidly. The amount of addition per day is faster than the amount that they add in all this while. So from day 1 to this time, they will be having an average of 19 to 20, 22 grams addition. But after week 1, it increases by far. So check their space. If the space seems like they are getting too full inside, it means you have to increase that space, give them significant room. So that is number 1. Number 2, we will have to take note of their weight. We'll take note of their weight. So I'm going to do that quickly. We'll take note of weight and see if our birds are meeting up. Now, remember our day 1 weight was 41 grams, right? 41 grams. We had 41 grams. Your weight at day 0 times 4. Day 0 weight times 4 is the minimum you should be having to know that you did a good job in brooding. Your day 0 chick weight times 4. If you have less than times 4 of that weight, then your brooding had problem. You will need to sit up, correct what was wrong. But if you have 4 or more, it's fine. So we had 41 grams, 41 times 4, 164. So we should be looking at, right, 165 grams above. If our birds met up with 165 grams above, we did a good job. If we have less than that, we know that our job is not properly done. So let's take day old weight, 1 week old weight, and see. Okay, I will pick the birds one after the other and see if we can get their average weight. Our scale is on. Okay, first bird, 259. Bird number 2, 236 grams. Bird number 3, 238 grams. Well, our birds are shooting far more than the 160, 165 we predicted. So it shows that we did a very excellent job, at least up till this point. We're having way over 200 grams for most of our birds. Number 4, 258. All right, the birds are trying not to stay. So I want to use this container to keep them stable so they don't move out. Okay, so I'll reduce my weight. I'll take it back to 0. Our weight is back to 0. We have 251 grams, 251 grams, 264 grams, 225 grams, this 233 grams, 242 grams, 248 grams, and 256 grams. So that is all for the 10 of them. For the average, we add all the weight we got and divide by 10. We have 248.5. 248.5 grams. This is excellent. At week 1, it's very, very excellent. Very, very excellent. But you would notice that the birds are too big. They are very big now. I will need to increase their feeders. So if you see all of them standing to eat, the place is already filled up. So we will increase their feeder now. It's part of what we will do. Now, I also want to point out that when you pick your birds at week 1, please observe their legs. After taking weight, observe their legs. The legs should look fresh, should look plumpy. If the legs are looking skinny or scaly or dehydrated or dry, there is a problem. The legs should look fresh, plumpy, very, very fresh. Then look at their eyes. Consider their eyes. The eyes should be bright, no sign of tiredness or weakness. Bright eyes, no coloration, no discharge of fluids. So you consider all of that as you check on the birds for week 1. Well, I want to also mention that the heat requirement, if you are using 32.5, you need between 29 and 28 to 30 degrees Celsius now. So heat requirement has reduced. By this time, if you are using heat, maybe you would have reduced the amount of heat you've given to them. If you have not, this is the time to evaluate your heating situation. If you need less heat, please give them less heat. We have stopped giving heat already. We have stopped. We stop as early as day 5. So check your condition. You may have to stop giving them heat at this time, depending on your situation. But remember that if the daytime is hot and you stop giving heat, the night may still be cold and you may need to give them heat at night. So at this point, we will be taking out our feeders to wash it. We'll take out our drinker to wash it. We will change the floor. What we placed on the floor here, we will change it and then put something else fresh for them there, and so that they will have a lovely time. So this is how to wash your drinkers. Your drinkers should be washed without detergent or soap. Just pick it out, use a sponge that you have selected and kept just for them alone. Wash around the mouth, wash everywhere, clean it. The feeders, do the same. You can wash the feeders with detergent, but ensure that you keep it outside to dry and for breeze to blow on it very well before you take it back into this place. If you have a spare drinker and a spare feeder, this is the best time to bring them in while you wash this and put it under the sun. Let the sun heat on it for at least 5 to 6 hours before you bring it back. So that is it. We'll be increasing our number of feeders now to give us more room, and then but the drinker is still okay. The feeder needs cleaning. I will clean it and get another feeder into the mix. So these are part of the things you need to do at week 1. Now, finally, you may be vaccinating your birds at week 1 or day 10 or day 7. If you are vaccinating at day 10, from tomorrow, you can begin to give multivitamins, day 10, day 8, day 9. Day 10, you give your vaccination. If you are vaccination today, you should have already started your multivitamins latest yesterday. given them throughout yesterday. This morning, after checking and taking their weight, you give them your vaccine this morning before going on to other things. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you. See you on the next episode.